Hello, my dear students of class 6. Today we'll study English verb tense. Let us all revise it so that all of us become very clear about tense and various kinds of tense. So, simple present tense, as already explained to you in the previous class, it is known as timeless present. Where is simple present tense used? When you are referring to habitual actions, actions that you always or never do. In such cases, we use simple present tense. Example, I go to school daily. She speaks English. All these things referring to habitual actions can be expressed through simple present tense. Second use, when you are referring to unchanging truth. When we are referring to unchanging truth means when we are saying about permanent truth. For example, water boils at 100 degree Celsius. That is what? Unchanging truth, permanent truth. Sugar tastes sweet. That is unchanging truth. So such unchanging truths can be expressed with the help of simple present tense. When you are making general statements of fact, when we are making general statements of facts, for example, universal truth, okay, the sun rises in the east, the sun sets in the west. When we are speaking about general statement, that means universal statement or fact, we can use simple present tense. I think all of you are clear. Habit, see here, he always comes late to class. Here, this is habit. And how can you recognize simple present tense? See, subject is he and verb is V1. Okay, in simple present tense, we use verb V1. We use V1 or V1 SES. That means with singular subject, we use S or ES. With plural subject, we use V1 simply. Here, the sun rises in the east. This is unchanging truth. Okay, see here, the sun is a singular subject. So, we have used S. See, rise is V1, but we have added S here. Why? Because sun is singular subject. Okay, general statement or fact, they are friendly. Where is the verb here? Where is the verb? Here verb is are. Are is the verb here. Are is plural verb. Okay, are is plural verb and singular verb will be is. As the verb is as the subject is plural, so we have used plural verb. Okay, see here. Now, how can you recognize that a particular sentence is a simple present tense? See, more often we get these indicators like always, whenever, every day, usually, often, frequently, sometimes, rarely, occasionally, never. These are the indicators to recognize simple present tense. See, here I study. Here I study. Why study only? Not studies. if in case of I, if there had been C, then C studies. I, in the case of subject, okay, while studying tense, we must remember that we should take I as a plural subject, okay, as a plural subject. So with plural subject, we do not add s or es with verbs, okay. I is plural subject, you is plural subject, we is plural subject, they is plural subject, okay. And here you find she or he is singular subject, okay. With singular subject you can add s or es. Don't be confused with plural and singular nouns, okay. In plural nouns you use s, but here in the case of verb, to make it singular, okay, we must use as, so that it should comply, or it should be as per the singular subject. So I study, I wait, you study. Why you study? Because you is plural subject. Here you find you wait. She, he, it studies. She studies till 11 p.m. Okay. Why? Because C is singular subject. That's why we have added es. Okay, es. See here, studies. She, he, it. These are singular subjects. So in case of singular subject, we should not forget to add s or es with the verb. But with plural subject, we should not add s or es. Here you find we. We is plural subject. That's why here only we study. We wait. They study. They wait. We should not say they studies. Okay. You may be confused. They is plural subject, so we should add s with the verb. That is not in the case of tense. That is not in the case of verb. They study. Okay. Here this is present, means now, past and future. Let's go to simple past tense. Simple past tense, which form of verb is used? V2. Always remember, V2 form of verb is used in simple present tense. I explained you in the previous video about the conjugation of verbs, that is V1, V2, V3 and V1 ing. Okay, V1 is present form of the verb. So we have used V1 form of verb including SES in simple present tense. In simple present tense, we have used V1 form of verb. Here you will find come, S, comes. Okay, come is V1, and I already said to you S or ES is added, okay, in case there is singular subject. Okay, and in simple past tense we use V2 form of verb, and in simple present tense we use V1 including SES form of verb. Okay, where is simple past tense used, or what kind of actions are expressed by simple past tense? Let's see. When an activity or situation began and ended at a particular time in the past, in other words, when an activity or situation is completed in the past, we use simple past tense. To refer to past habits, we use simple past tense. So the form of the verb will be we too. We too. For example, the V2 form of the verb go will be went. Okay. And the V2 form of come is came. Okay, you must study the conjugation of verbs. I already uh, gave you uh, about the conjugation of verbs. Please study the conjugation of verbs, that is in your grammar book also. Until and unless you are aware of the conjugation of verb into these four forms V1, V2, V3 and V1 ing, you won't be able to learn tense properly. So dear students, before learning tense, you must have a clear-cut knowledge of conjugation of verbs. See, completed action in the past. He was late to class yesterday. See, the V2 form here is was. V1 form is and the V2 form is was. That's why he was late to class yesterday. And completed action in the past, we arrived 3 weeks ago. Arrived is also V2 form. V1 is arrive and V2 is arrived. And past habit, she always wrote a letter to her mother on Sunday night. See here, wrote is V2 and V1 form is write and V2 form is wrote. So here V2 form is used. Why? So as to express the past habit, the past action. What are the indicators to recognize simple past tense? See, last night or last week or last year or last month or last Saturday, last semester or yesterday or ago. All these things are indicators to find that a particular sentence is in or a particular text is in simple past tense. See here, you need not worry because here is no case of s or es, so it's very easy. With all the subjects you have to simply use V2 form. I studied, I waited, you studied, you waited. She, he, it studied, she, he or it waited. Okay, we studied, we waited. They studied, they waited. This is a diagram on a line. See, the present perfect, a tense very commonly used in English to refer to the past. Okay, the present perfect is a tense very commonly used in English to refer to the past. Where is present perfect tense used, or what kind of action is expressed through present perfect? Let's see. When an activity happened at an unspecified time in the past before the present, or when an activity has been repeated several times before now, when an activity was very recently completed before now, when an activity is not completed in the past. For this kind of action, okay, we use present perfect tense. So study these things very carefully. For example, unspecified time before now. See, the form of verb for present perfect is has, have plus V3. Okay, has, have plus V3. Please note in your notebook, for present perfect we use has, have plus V3. Okay, and the first thing that we use present perfect is in an uh, for an activity happened at an unspecified time in the past. Here the example is, they have already seen that movie. Okay, they have already seen that movie. Here is no indication of any time, any particular time. Okay, no indication of any particular time when it happened. Actually we don't know, but it happened we know, but when we can't say exactly. Okay, there is no specific time. So another case where present perfect is used is repeated activity before now. Repeated activity before now. We have visited New York City many times. Repeated activity. Okay, here we have. You must remember that has is used for singular subjects and have is used for plural subjects. In the previous sentence, they have already seen that movie. They is plural subject, so we have used have. Okay, and in the second sentence again we have used have because we is plural subject. Okay, the third case where present perfect is used, an action has recently been completed before now. Okay, recently been completed before now. I have just eaten. I have just eaten. Okay, why is have used here, not has? You must remember, as I said to you already, that while studying tense, okay, we must take I as a plural subject. Okay, that's why have is used. In case we have C instead of I, the sentence would be like this: she has just eaten. She has just eaten. Or in the previous sentence, for example, if the subject is Rita, then Rita has visited New York City many times. Or uh, my mother has already seen that movie. Okay, because my mother is singular subject. Okay, that's why has will be used in case of singular subjects. Okay, and let's see another case where present perfect is used. Action not completed in the past. I have studied Spanish for many years. Okay, action that was not completed in the past. I have studied Spanish for many years. Here, if we take Tom, for example, Tom as subject, Tom has studied Spanish for many years. Okay, what are the indicators? See, to recognize present perfect tense: before, ever, never, so far, already, yet, just, recently, for, since. These are the indicators to learn that a particular sentence or text is in present perfect tense. Okay, see here, form 1. I have studied, I have seen. You have studied, you have seen. Have is used with plural subject. Okay, because I is plural subject, you is plural subject, but here you will find she, he, or it. These are singular subjects. That's why has is used with the singular subject. For example, she has studied, or he has seen. But another sentence is in plural subject. So we have studied, we have seen. They have studied, they have seen. Because they is plural subject. That's why have is used. Okay. So uh, the form of verb that is used is has, have plus V3. So for present perfect tense we use V3 form of the verb. Okay. Now here again you can recognize this rule. I have walked. Okay, the V3 form of the verb walk is walked. Walk, V1 is walk, V2 is walked, V3 again walked, and V1 ing form is walking. Okay, the V3 form of the verb grow is grown. For example, V1 grow, V2 grew, V3 grown. Okay, so these sentences are like this. You must be aware of the V3 form of the verb in case of present perfect tense. So the present progressive tense, it is also called present continuous tense. Present continuous tense we use the verb form V1 ing. You must remember we use V1 ing form of the verb in present continuous tense. Where is present continuous or present progressive tense used? When an activity is in progress now at the moment of speaking. Okay, for example, my mother is cooking in the kitchen. Okay, when an activity began before now and continues into the future without stopping. Number third, when an activity is temporary, we use present continuous tense. When an activity is developing and changing, we use present continuous tense. Let's see some example. I am explaining something to the class right now. Okay, because this is happening at the time of speaking. So present continuous tense is used. See here, I am explaining. Okay, how to frame sentence in present continuous tense? Is, am, are plus V1 ing. Is, am, are plus V1 ing. See, with I am is used. Okay, I am explaining. Explaining is V1 ing. Explain, explaining. Okay, explain, explaining. That's why V1 ing. Okay, and V1 ing is used in present continuous tense. He is taking 16 credits this semester. He is taking 16 credits this semester. We already said that that when an activity began before now and continues into the future, okay, without stopping, means this is indicating about future also. Okay, so that's why this is in present continuous tense. You must remember that certain action that is going to happen in future, okay, or that is happening in future can also be expressed with the help of present continuous tense. So here the sentence is in present continuous tense. He is taking, as I already said, is, am, are. Okay, is, am, are plus v1 ing is used in present continuous tense. He is taking. Why is used here? Because he is singular subject. Okay, she is understanding English more and more because she moved into the dorm. Okay, this sentence is also in present continuous tense. What are the indicators to find that a particular sentence or a text is in present continuous tense or present progressive tense? These are the words or phrases with the help of which you can recognize that a particular text is in present continuous tense. Right now, or at this moment, or still, this year, week, or as we speak, etc. Here you can find some more examples. I am studying. Okay, I am studying. Okay, am plus v1 ing. You are studying. Are plus v1 ing. Are is used with plural subjects. Okay, she, he, or it is studying because she, he, and it, these are singular subjects. That's why is used here. Okay, that's why we find is here. Okay, we are studying because we is singular subject. Okay, that's why we are studying. Okay, must not be confused. They is plural subject. That's why with plural subject, as I already said, we must use are. Okay, all these sentences are in present continuous tense. So dear students, in the next class we will study about future tense. I hope you understood this video very well, and if at all you have problems, please share the problems freely with me so that I can make your doubts clear. Okay, with this, thank you. Have a wonderful day.